One journalist said, "You're either really stupid or really brave." And I said, well, a little bit of both. My family and I fled Afghanistan because we really had no choice. My father's life was in danger. I was 5 when we left, and you know, it was a pretty crazy way all the way into Pakistan. It took us about 3 days in the back of a lorry truck and with 5 other families. I kind of felt like I left my heart back there, and I wasn't ready to say goodbye to Afghanistan and all of the memories that I had and everything. So I became obsessed with what was happening back home, and of course the situation got worse and worse to the point where the Taliban regime took over, and then everyone knows what happened during that time, especially what happened to women and girls. The oppression that they had to face, and not even being able to get out of their house without having a male escort. My father was working with the Canadian forces in Kandahar, and there were a group of young girls walking home from school, and they were attacked with acid by the Taliban to scare off girls from going to school. He was flying back from Afghanistan, and he came home and he handed me a piece of paper and he said, "You know what happened to those girls? I wrote these lyrics for them." And at that time he said, "I wrote this poem for them, and I hope that you can do something with it." I turned that into a song and became a #1 hit. Next thing I know, I'm performing it, you know, for President Obama and the First Lady at the White House. And all of a sudden I get a phone call from a TV station that was just launching in Afghanistan and Kabul, and I just jumped to the opportunity, and they offered me a hosting gig, you know, to host Afghanistan's Got Talent. My mom had her own agenda. My mom's also my manager, my music manager. Once we got to the meeting, she's like, "Well, you know, if my daughter's coming here and risking her life and safety and security and being away from family and friends and all that, then I want it to be worthwhile. And I want her to actually do something worthwhile for this country. And have you seen the Oprah show?" And so that's where it all started, because she made them watch the Oprah show DVDs, and the next day they just fell in love with this woman who is Oprah, and they're like, "She's incredible." They completely set aside Afghanistan's Got Talent and just went on with the Mujda show, and they thought it was a great idea, and it just became like an overnight success. Like everybody loved it. The TV station was constantly getting threats saying that if they don't remove me and they don't cancel my show, then they were threatening to bomb the TV station. I had to travel around in armored vehicles with armed guards. We got to a point where I discussed divorce. Basically, that's what I wanted to tell the public, is take care of your own family members before caring about what others think about you, having had a divorced daughter back in your home. They said, "You've crossed the line and you're gonna be forced out of here soon," and that's exactly what happened. At that time, I knew the risks, and I still know the risks, and I still go back home, and I still, you know, make the TV appearances even though I was forced out of there. But something in me, I'm like, I'd rather have a shorter, more meaningful life if I were to end up dead than to just, you know, live my life in fear. I think fear is actually a dangerous thing on its own, and you know, I see people afraid to take the next step or afraid to do certain things in their life, just because fear takes over, and I don't want fear to take over my life and what I want to do.